Quite a lot of rosters have those players that do stand out to everybody. For the biggest Legion, it's Temp. Everybody would say towards him and Clayster, those are the boys that are going to get things done, etc, etc. You know exactly the kind of player I mean. Florida Mutineers have kind of taken a risk here or there, it has to be said. But this guy on your screen, Vehicle, is one of the people that was in that team with Scrappy, that Ultra Academy team that did so well last year on the Challenger side of things. They pretty much won absolutely bloody everything, Brycey. And Vehicle was a massive part of that team. Can he make as much of an impact as Scrappy potentially could do on the Toronto Ultra roster? Let's find out. But the jury is still out on every single team at the moment. Florida Mutineers, it's their first chance to show.
I feel like there's almost a mental block around with Vegas Legion as well. Like, obviously last year was so bad for them. I just want to see them get some wins and go, okay, kind of mentally reset how we felt about them for quite some time. But at the moment, both teams just fighting for positioning on the minimap. You can see it. They're fighting around the back here, probably with a big kill, but Havoc is waiting. Just not able to get it, but that nade will certainly do some damage.
Hasn't caught him because Vehicles did instead. Rotation over towards P2. Well and truly in the hands of the Vegas Legion. And to be honest with you, like, I partially disagree with the point on the desk. I don't think anybody's sleeping on Vegas Legion by any stretch of the imagination. I think realistically, they had a couple of decent moments here and there when it did come down to that game against Thieves yesterday. They could have actually won. And on the back of performances like this from TJ, this might help them out. 3 streak in a row now. The push comes on through. They've spawned Florida Mutineers. A bit of a split halfway across the map. They're already crossed over towards P2. This should be a good chunk of time. But as I said, there was a couple of moments here and there in those hard points that things didn't look too bad for the side of the Vegas Legion. Let's see if they can translate that into a win here against the Mutineers.
I've spotted something that I'll bring up later in the broadcast because it's quite funny, but we'll continue with the game for now. Yeah, we'll continue with the game for now. At the moment, this rotation to top AC, very, very important. Probably might get a little bit of timing here. Can he just get up this ladder first? Unfortunately, it's already been watched. Vegal had it, but Clay just managed to get that gun down. There is an opportunity here for the Legion to get in position.
Clayster, good kill. Comes on through now. Vegas Legion have somebody in top office as well. This is absolute prime scenario. Getting over towards AC, this kill will be massive as well, but Vehicle keeps some presence here from the side of Florida, if only momentarily. I see it again, Brycey. I see it. Yeah. Thank God that's gone. Right, anyway, I'm both with Clayster. We're top AC.
Clayster's just waiting this off. He knows the push is coming. Look for the power up, and Brad goes for the jump, but not able to get it done. Big rotation here from the Legion. They've managed to lock this one down, and it's going to be Clayster for a 1v1. This is 20 seconds on the point. Clay's got it all day. And now you can see the fight for the rotations come. Oh, that's a bold shout. You had an M4.
It's questionable. It has to be said.
I mean, he's going to get the spawn now. He's got the spawn for next. That's probably better for him.
I mean, 10 seconds at a time wouldn't have hurt him, but I mean, the rest of the Florida Mutineers are actually going to filter on through. And control of office. Spawns coming out now for the side of Vegas Legion. Major Maniac in a good position as well. So I'm going to rotate back towards the back now. Clayster is ready and waiting though after the push over into top office, but still control here for the side of the Florida Mutineers. Vegas Legion, it's a bit of a split across the board actually, because Clayster pushing towards the back, that's spawning Mutineers out, but with Vegas Legion still spawning towards the tennis courts as well, it creates a little bit of chaos. Can Brack revel in that chaos now? Finds one at the Clayster, cannot find anything else. It's a chaotic break from the side of Vegas Legion. Havoc trying to say something about it here though.
Fight this one back into it. They know only one player is left, but that player is going to be Temp. Reinforcements from the Legion flying in, but so's Major Maniac. Gets absolutely eviscerated. And now we are going for the rotation. You can already see on the minimap there, Clace is headed off, and he's going to find Havoc. Who comes out on top? I think they've missed each other. A little bit of COD timing coming down.
Fight around this outside. Out of all of that kitchen spawn can be important. Maybe one more player kicking in and around it. That's going to be TJ. Just waiting on the outside, waiting for the rest of his team to get into a position. Very patient.
Oh, the timing.
Oh, God, that sucks if you have it in that situation. TJ now in prelude for backup. But here come the rest of the Mutineers. Vehicle with it first on the chopping block, and Brack will be the second. Fantastic work by Legion, and it's a pretty extensive lead now, has to be said, but things can be brought back very quickly on Embassy. At this moment in time, though, Vegas Legion well and truly in the driving seat here.
Clayster trying to hold out in the back back here, but comes out of ADS, and that's going to put a bit of a problem in. TJ just trying to get that pre-fire down with no health. Probably not going to jump into it as well, but he will be gunned, and Trade's flying fast and furious here as both teams fly everything at it, but it will be Temp again on a 3 streak now, locks down this last little bit of time, and both teams now repositioning, ready for that P1 to P2 flip.
P2 control in the hands of the Florida Mutineers for now. Just looking at it though, it just feels like Vegas Legion are the ones finding the kills at the right moments. They managed to find the breaks through. It was all kind of TJ heading over towards Kitchen when the hold on the outside waited for the rest of his team to get into a position to break with him. And it's an extensive lead of about 90 points. On the side of the Florida Mutineers, things looking a little bit rusty so far. Let's pay attention to it throughout. See which way, why things are going wrong for them. Because right now, though, every single gunfight, it just feels like Vegas Legion have that slight edge.
Well, an edge they do have in this map, but let's find out how they are feeling in the comms. With the Vegas, listen in.
Top left, top bath, all right, window, top bath, absolute.
I up your low, by the way.
Top left, look at left window.
Okay, I'm looking low. I'm gas ready, boys. Nothing gas on me.
Yo, top right window now, one bottom red, Havoc. Bottom red, Havoc, you can flank gas.
Gas on me,
There's two there, guys.
I'm taking the fucking route. I'm going around the back.
They're gonna be spawning under. He's back truck on me, back truck. Don't not be done.
Yep, on that truck.
Tom got me. Tom, ain't no back to Tom. Ain't no back to
On the back, that truck weak.
Trophy that name back dubs. Yeah, one is mid cube, yeah. One is mid cube. Going to
one shot back dubs.
One shot still?
One shot dubs.
Low back. He's low back, you're dead, Don. Nothing under you.
Super weak,
I think.
I have a precision army user here.
Back all the way dead,
bro.
And one spawned outside.
He's wide.
One is signed. One is signed. He's right. Last one signed.
Well, the Legion are leaving the Mutineers in the dust at the moment, but maybe a bit of miscommunication as clicked against TJ. But speaking of communication, let's find out how the Florida Mutineers are feeling with their very own. Listen in.
Alright, they're spawning flowers. Someone cut Xbox. Someone cut Xbox.
Hoarding
Might spawn orange.
I can't
flank
spawn
office.
flowers. They spawn flowers. I saw them spawn. I'm coming, Mike.
Here's me, Hardson. I'm gonna flank this.
Okay, go for it. I'm looking over here.
I can flank office.
Behind the AC.
I'm challenging AC. I'm standing over there. AC dead. I'm flanking office. I'm flanking office. Try to stay down. Office for you. Orange.
They could be going to
flowers. That is flowers. I blocked spawning gas then. That's 4 dead.
Okay, I'm one shot now, Mike.
I'll get an orange for you.
I'll get your ladder, boys. I'll go your ladder.
I have your orange.
Okay, I'm shooting my bridge.
One's office on me. Quiet.
I'm orange.
Got him office.
I go your. I still have your
orange.
60. We're back in the game. Come on.
Orange got me.
One sign. Sign 2 flowers dead.
Orange, right side. No, one more trees in orange. Nice. Let's got trees. Orange. One hit back out. One hit orange back out. I'm trying to go new.
I think flowers.
Flowers.
Orange. No weak. Carson.
I have a new. Let's see orange.
Orange dead.
New dead.
Flowers.
One more new.
Okay, last
new. I'm gonna do
the
The Mutineers are spitting in the comms, and speaking of which, Brack is doing the exact same thing. 6 streak for him. It is a clawback of every single point they've lost so far. They bring it within a tiny distance, but this rotation could be everything.
And again, for the side of Vegas Legion, you cannot let the ladder push come in. It's such an easy thing to watch. And in that scenario, well played from Major Maniac. He's the one that finds the break, but I mean, that might be just a glimmer of hope that's been given to the side of Florida Mutineers. It's another 2 kills for Brack, though. That might just give them a little bit more purchase as the push comes through to office. Here comes the bait and switch. One player around the outside waiting. That's going to be Prolude. This plays this absolutely wonderfully. Kind of baited his teammates out in a certain kind of way, but just staying alive in and around the hard point and helping his team coming in back in the spawns. Prolude putting more kills down. That's 4 in a row for him now. The push from the side from the Florida Mutineers not going to work out. Make it 5. Is it going to be 6 for Prolude? TJ there to help them clean that one up, but nonetheless, a great hold from Vegas Legion. Florida Mutineers now. It's going to be 40 points for the Vegas Legion. Still a solid 90 away from the win for Florida. They need a good hold here at Kitchen.
Keeps going, gets out with a knife. You're not going to win the gunfight with that out. And now the rotation. This is always a little bit of a blitz here as we go into the kitchen. Both teams will usually throw a lot of bodies at this point once they get close. At the moment, though, the Mutineers have pushed this map out significantly. They do have a bit of breathing room.
Curious on the setup. Typically when it does come down to things, having somebody in and around orange is a good sign for holding down towards kitchen. Temp, though, will deal with Brack. And he's going the upper route here. They're going to try and break the spawns over towards the back kitchen. Keep an eye on where Florida are spawning all the way back towards car park. If you are Florida in the hill, you have to stay alive. Vehicle Major Maniac, good job so far. There's 2 kills. 10 pushing around the side. Havoc coming in off the respawn. There's a bit of a pinch set up automatically. It's now a 10-point lead.
This is great from Mutineers. They have fought back every single step of the way. Vehicle. And they are going to take the lead off of this. Maybe one last chow coming through. Vehicle trying to hold it off, but that is a 2 chow, and they have lost it. Legion will hold on for the smallest of margins. But we go back to P1 and a potential P2 finish.
In P1, we have seen teams picking up a decent amount of time here. If you can get the top catwalk locked in, well, I mean, it's going to be a problem when you've got a missile coming on your head, though. Here we go. Brack sending this one through. There is Temp straight back to the respawn queue. That's going to be a lot harder now for Vegas Legion to lock in some time. And it is Florida Mutineers with the respawn over towards P2.
We're just trying to lay down so they can't get it, but TJ's going to say, all right, thank you very much, but the trade comes in once again. P1 is not really giving anybody any strength of time. Neither team can win it there either. So they are both going to be thinking about this rotation. Who can get it? Who can get in the right position? Mutineers at the moment have more bodies up, but they don't want to give away all of this time by the look of it.
They don't want to give away the spawns here either. Actually still towards the back, but keep an eye on Clayster. He's in a good position to maybe disrupt this. You can see the spawn out coming in over towards the court side. So they know that Clayster's pushing behind. You've got to win the gunfights though. It's Major Maniac towards the back. It's office spawn for Florida Mutineers. Vegas Legion 10 away. Mutineers can still win here over towards P2.
That kill from Clay may have been just enough to open this up for them. There's got to be points coming in. The Mutineers have to push. Brackets too. TJ coming for a second as well, and Clayster gets a third. They're jumping straight on the point. Major Maniac guns him down, but he's the last player there. They just have to get into it. Major has to jump in, and Temp guns him down as well. And the Legion take the hard points. Mutineers fought back over and over again, but they were just too far.
Them in that position. We've seen some glimpses of what they could potentially bring to the table. Their S&D game yesterday against Thieves was solid. I said those hard points, hell here or there, it swings a different way. We're back over towards Search Industry. Search Industry again. Bryce, it's getting late. You need to help me here. My brain isn't.
Don't worry, we've never liked you for your brain anyway, but at the moment the push is about to come in. You can see both teams are about to just collide. Havoc's going to have out his teammates. Clayster's already got that first blood. Havoc looking for this one. Up top, and that is a spot that people will certainly start using already. It's a collapse. The Legion already just losing so many players. Probably left alone. The trade will come through, and that is a fast round.
And I'm not going into the mosh pit after this because that is something I personally haven't seen yet. Havoc with the little jump up. Not a lot of people out, but a lot of aggression coming through from both 2 teams, and that's something typically we will see quite a lot when it comes down to Mikado Search and Destroy. The pre-nades coming over. If you can escape them, sometimes you may end up getting into these gunfights a little bit tagged up. Vehicle finding the kill there towards the end. Well played. Florida Mutineers trying to bounce back as quickly as they possibly can. Brack with a sniper. We did see the big boomstick get used in the previous round. And then kill with it. A little bit of an alternative push here from the side of Mutineers through the mid-map.
But going to be in a good position and catch the TJ. Wait a minute. Absolutely not. He's in the side swipe. Not going to go through. A vehicle was just throwing bullets down to try and stay alive. Reinforcements for the Mutineers coming in as well. A 3 versus 3. And they're just being very, very careful about it. They know they don't have control of this site yet.
Oh, okay, Brack. Just peeking the angle, and all of a sudden that really does open things up for the side of Florida Mutineers. Major Maniac ready and waiting. It's always a hard gunfight for Temp. Clayster now will be pushing from the side that you would probably expect if you're Florida Mutineers. There's the child. There's another round. 2-0 now.
Well, they are locking this down at the moment. The Legion don't really have an answer. Let's see whether or not they can do something a little bit different, maybe, and not get caught. It does seem like Mutineers have some strategies that are working out, playing around that sniper. It does put them ahead here, which is a big regain for them. 2-0 currently on the S&D, but 1-0 down in the series. So do Legion try and change it up here? Do they worry about that S&D play coming in? Looks like a pretty standard hit from them again, straight down the back alley towards A.
We'll see this 9 times out of 10 when it does come down to it on Mikado.
Doing it again. Havoc.
Yeah, there he is. Clayster will fall. Probably will trade though. It's a 1-for-1, 3 versus 3. That sounds coming in. Stun going out. Pro loop. in trouble, but does have some cover. TJ with the first to drop. Does he know that Prolin is there as well? Yes, he does. Shots are in. Havoc just about surviving and finding a third. Looking for the ace now with Temp. Alive and kicking still. He's stunned up. He's in trouble.
Yeah, they've got him. They've got him. Havoc says thank you very much. This house is all mine. I know the tricks, I know the tips, and I know every inch of this place. They just cut them the ribbons.
I believe that was the ace. Coming in from Havoc. That's got to be a nice feeling. Finds one for the entry. One bottom of the stairs, one round behind the bar in the final kill down alley. Vegas Legion really struggling to deal with the control around this site. I'm not too sure if it's time for a possible change up, but while Florida Mutineers, for all that they've had success, say, well, let's just change it up ourselves. It's going to be down to Clayster to slow them down here.
Wow. Clayster will be the man that has to call this one out. Gonna see one. He's just trying to just get anybody he can. Puts bullets into every single player. But none of them go down. Reinforcements from them coming in now, but Havoc already gets one. Clayster does eventually get that trade. And now he's waiting oh so patiently. Who wins this next gunfight?
Bombs in the position though. That can be moved over towards the site. But keep an eye on number 8. If you're Florida Mutineers, you're just trying to stay alive here. Brack on his way round. Oh, the bad timing, TJ. Well, even the odds, 2 versus 2.
Both teams just slowing this down here, but Vico is going to make a move. I'm going to see if he can get this plant down. Is he going to be checked? It might be a difficult get out here, because as soon as he goes down, they're going to check it. No, he's actually going to push it, and Vico does get the kill straight off the bomb as well. TJ left alone in a 1 versus 2. The stun comes in. He's in so much trouble as the nade comes around as well. Not only do they now know where he is, but he has to go through a choke point. Somehow managed to get through just enough. Vico's going to call that one out. He has to shoot 2 different directions, and the Mutineers lock it up.
Search and destroy looking almost flawless from the Mutineers now. And I honestly just love the patience for the play for Brack to come around from behind. They kind of time it wonderfully, but then he gets terrible timing as he pushes through to Dark. It's an unfortunate gunfight, doesn't go his way, but it does not matter in the end. Clayster, I want to say maybe 3 bullets from finding 3 kills. Everybody tagged, everybody weak, but not quite able to finish any one of his 3 courses that was presented to him. Here we go though, Paris, Vegas, second time's the charm. Shots coming in, Clayster will find one, TJ another, 4 versus 2.
Havoc is going to be inside though. He was a problem last time, and this time Product will shut him down. Brack is waiting for anything, but gets caught as well. Not a single kill for Florida there. Vegas made a bit of a difference and have managed to get a point on the board. A long way back still.
First Blood's very influential there. And once you get control of the cantina, it's so difficult to get it back. If you are the defensive side, you can sort of watch the bomb site from in and around the plant pots, but it's still difficult because it's wide open for a peek from top cantina. It's so difficult. But heading in to round number 6, it's still Florida Mutineers in the commanding position. Temp yet to find the kill on the board. Big hit coming in.
They've got a lot of nades going down, and they are struggling. You can already see Vegas are going aggressive. They're trying to change this one. Unfortunately, Vico already gets that first blood. Prolu now doesn't really have anybody to trade for him. Might have to back up. Doesn't want to give away map control, but doesn't have too many options available to him.
Clayster's the one that can flex around if he needs to. Probably will find 2 though. My goodness, how's he got away with that? Major Maniac feels like he has to trade, and Clayster's got some horrible time in the mid-map. Brack will find him. It's all of a sudden not 1 versus 1 against Temp.
Temp hasn't had the hottest of S&D so far. And now they will find each other in this building at some point. COD timing may be the difference. I think Temp may have heard him. Now he's waiting for it. Neither of these 2 players have full information about where the other might be. Temp's wondering, did he go B maybe?
Brack playing this one nice and slow, but Temp time is very much on his side. Brack knows he needs to plant temp. We'll lie in wait, and here we go. It's the easiest check possible for Brack. He's read it completely. Oh my goodness me. Temp still wins the gunfight. A stressful situation for the Legion as they bring it back. Oh.
Brack must have heard him.
He must have heard him.
Could have been disastrous, but they get away with it. Another point for Vegas Legion. It's getting a little bit more tense. I thought it was going to be a bit of a blowout, but they're fighting back.
Temp finding these first 2 kills of the game in 2 very, very important ones. Going to be a B hit here. Brack gets going for in mid. Yeah, Callista's got this free.
Depends how this rotate goes. Already going for it. There's going to be a little bit of trouble for it. TJ goes straight down, but he will be traded. Probably stunned as well. Nays just ricocheting everywhere, and he's going to end up getting it. Oh, but there's Temp! Temp looking for it. It gets the second one as well, and it's now down on the Havoc. A 1 versus 2. Oh, the timing, the timing, the timing! Havoc finds Temp. It's now Clayster left alone in a 1 versus 1, and Havoc is sprinting as fast as he can. Trying to catch this one as well, and the timing on Clay might be perfect. Oh my goodness, slowly but surely Clayster has crept out of his vision.
And Havoc had popped Eddie there to get himself round, and I think Clayster, you might have seen the back end of his booty going around the corner, but that's about it. Havoc doesn't quite see him, and all of a sudden Clayster is in a better position, but Havoc, is he going to hold?
Clayster is crawling around. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to see him. Clayster's going to go for the bomb here. Is he going to check in the left? No. He goes straight over. Did Havoc see it? Havoc did see it. He did, and there it is. The noise gets, Q gets heard by Clayster, but it's not going to be enough.
And that's big plays from Havoc. Gets the timing on the player on the bomb site initially, and finds the route round using the dead silence to get himself in a fantastic position. It's another round for the Florida Mutineers. Looking so strong in Search and Destroy here. Clayster will be disappointed about that one. A really good map number 1 from himself, finding themselves quite far behind the Search and Destroy. 5-2 Florida Mutineers. It's no chance to close this one out. Get a few goes at it.
Havoc this time catches him, and it may all be over on this S&D. It's already 3 go down. Clayster will have to clutch, but doesn't even get an opportunity.
Legion looking a lot stronger. Potential comeback was on the cards, but Control, a very different story. Now we head into it once again. Who's going to take a lead in this series, heading into map number 4?
Well, I don't think a lot of people are very positive around Legion on Control. We'll have to see if anything's got better for them. No, Trey's going down as well. Clayster's not able to get the second one there. Vehicle does manage to get it. I think those players are going to be around him already, trying to just stop that time. Get this first tick through. Has enough reinforcements to make it happen.
I'm kicking here as well. Trophy about to come up. Good position to be in with it. Stay alive these next couple of gunfights. That would be good. Brack does have the cover. Temp is still in and around. Up top lockers. Clayster, that's a big grenade. Brack is still alive and kicking, but they're going to find the kills. Vehicle with another couple. And that is it gone. And that was fast, Pricey. They're going to full 2 minutes to try and get a hold of B. And a 5 life advantage as well.
Yeah. Well, I did say before this, Legion weren't exactly the favourite in the Control. But getting A and getting B is a very different story. They still have the opportunity to take this round. They just have to hold on.
I'm just looking. Yeah, by the way, it's just so spread out.
Makes the first move, trying to hold this one as Dale. Havoc gets a kill. Temp gets one back though, and it does mean Mutineers are stalling a little bit here. They want to get some more bodies up, make it a little bit chaotic, try and push them back, but at the moment they are not doing it.
You don't need to necessarily be too quick about things here if you're the side of Mutineers, but you really do need to get some mid-map control. Rollers has really slipped the net all too easily there. You know, there's some players inside of green, but now Prolud's in a bit of a sticky position. They know he's here. They could do with clear him out before they start making this push forward, but they've cleared out the middle of the map, so they want to push forward. If they find this kill at Prolud, that would be absolutely massive. Staying alive is just paramount for him, and he's done so well to find a kill into Vehicle. So Pro's doing a good job of staying alive towards the back. The rest of the team can then clear up towards the front. Fantastic job so far by the Vegas Legion.
Yeah, they are playing this so well. I said Florida seem to be a little bit hesitant. They don't really want to up the tempo of this control, and Slow and Steady can win the race, and maybe a wrap round here could be the difference. Keep an eye on Temp. Havoc's there. Major Maniac is there. One of them is going to push out. As fights are going on at the moment, Legion still have complete control.
It's about the players in the right position, staying alive at the right times, and well, that was none of the above. Temp now has to find something. A couple of kills would be beautiful. Finds absolutely nothing, and all of a sudden, if you're Legion, you're in Narnia, you're sprinting out of the cupboard, and you're just trying to get anywhere near the point. That is went so fast. See you later. Into round 2 we go.
Oh, wow. We said they were slow. But sometimes slow is smooth, and smooth is always fast. Unbelievable. The 4-stack. They get the wipe. They all jump on. Trophies come flying out, and that's it. It's done before they can get back in.
And because they find those kills halfway up the map, it makes it so much easier just to stack that point. You find the kills, you move forward, you jump on it. As soon as Temp was dealt with, that's 4 down. You're all screaming at each other. You know where they're spawning, and it is so far away. Tough break for the Vegas Legion, because honestly, after losing A so quickly, they defended B really well, but 1-4 dead, and it can be game over in control. Havoc getting aggressive towards the office. Should be dead to right here with 60 in HP. Will go down, and it's going to be Vegas Legion now making their push over towards A.
At the moment, Legion aren't really finding anything. They're getting to mid-map control. Brack trying to see if he can catch anybody off the respawn. Not at the moment. He knows nobody will be here. Might wrap round, but now Clace is going to go down as well. Major Maniac's behind them. TJ's got to look several different directions. He knows where these players are going to be. Down he goes. Major Maniac gets out at the same time. The Legion not looking as cohesive as they could be. Temp does get a kill. That's going to hold it down for them for just a second. Vehicle comes flying in, but Temp guns him before he could do any damage.
I think that was a desperation play coming in from Vehicle to maybe just try and do something over towards A. Job is done though for the side of Legion. 1 minute 50 seconds to make a push over towards B. Can they find something themselves after Florida Mutineers dispatch of them rather fast? Towards the end of that round at least anyway. Perlut now trying to make some noise, trying to find something towards the backside. Major Maniac, though, you can see himself all the way over towards green. He's going to have a little bit of extra company here. If you can find the kill at the Temp as well, that's going to really slow things down. Having a look in your mini-map, there's going to be Temp who wins the gunfight and then gets traded once again. Major Maniac doing well. Both two teams kind of just spread all over the place here, looking to find anything they can to give themselves an opening. Right now, it's looking more like Florida Mutineers' defense is going to hold strong.
Closer, looking to see if he can catch anybody. Does find Vehicle as well. Now going back to the site. Waiting for reinforcements, waiting for these kills to come through. He's in a very dangerous position. See what's going around. That's a big gunfight. Tem ends up winning it, gets away with his life as well. And now the Legion are moving on to B. They have the numbers here. Look at they cut off the respawn. It's going to be a fight, but it's Knife versus Gun, and it doesn't work out for them. Havoc cuts down Temp. And Clayster has to try and plug the hole that's been left.
We've got to go here. That tick is coming in.
Oh, they left the second tick.
Oh yeah, well that's right. Streak coming in. That's going to slow things down. Florida very much committing everything to holding down this defensive round. Let's give them an opening to get back inside the point now. And you can see Major Maniac pushed up, dies though, as does Havoc. And now all of a sudden Vegas Legion can push up to the point once more.
TJ on that box that Cammy was yesterday. Very, very difficult kill, and there's so many guns against him. Brack desperately trying to get that one as well, but Legion will walk away with it. Both offenses won so far here in this control. It's tied up at 1-1 again. And Legion look comfortable.
I don't know, it just always feels like you have to overextend with a defensive player to try and put some pressure on. You're always making that push over towards green to try and just slow the team down who are trying to make this push. And then all of a sudden, as soon as you lose that gunfight, you have no presence in the map. It almost feels like you need to kind of do that with everybody. You need to get mid-map control with everybody and kind of just cut off the head of the snake, so to speak, and then retreat back, because it feels like, especially these two teams are sending somebody forward, and then all of a sudden, as soon as they die, there's no plan B. There's none. This moment in time, though, plan A for the side of Florida Mutineers is going to have to be get out your spawn, because Vegas Legion have found those kills, and they are all pushed up halfway through the mid-map.
Wow, they are really just laying it onto them at the moment. They want to try and get a little bit of a spawn trap going, but it's not going to happen for them. So now they're just trying to stay alive as long as possible. Temp gets the kill again and gets out. They're just trying to keep them on the back foot, but A is slowly but surely ticking towards them now. There is advantage to Legion if they can close this properly, but it's not easy to do.
Oh, well played from Robert. Sniffs Havoc out. Still starting to come in for Legion once more. Mutineers not done and dusted in this round just yet. The advantage that they did have after that first round completely negated by the fact that Legion do it straight back to them. Vikel, though, does well, finds two. Temp in a position to maybe help his teammates out here. But again, just being a nuisance, that's probably one of the most underrated, I want to say, roles that some players do play when it does come down to control. Being a nuisance, being a pest, being a pain in the ass, Proxy. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, Temp was on a streak there at the time, just trying to get as many kills as possible, give them every opportunity to shut down this attack by Florida, who are now looking for it. Brack already looking to even keep this door open for his teammates, but TJ's all the way in their spawn. There are a lot of things Florida have to do before this goes well for them. First of all, take down Temp. Looking for him. Unfortunately, Clayster is going to get a better timing onto that one as well, but Major Maniac ends up killing his own teammate, and that may shut down the push for a minute.
Just to back out that fight very, very wisely. But again, here for the side of Vegas Legion, you've got nobody pushed forward now. So you're all sort of sitting back, waiting for the push to come. Through the mid-map, two players starting to make their moves, though. Temp already around, playing the route, finding the flanks, finding the kill as well. Gonna have to wait for his teammates to deal with that as Clayster will fall. But again, good map control this time around for Vegas Legion. They've committed more men to it, and they have a healthy life lead as well.
You know what? I don't hate this. You know, Temp is always going to try and sniff out a kill on any single map, so letting him go a bit rogue, run around, be a nuisance, and just slay and do what he does best can work out for them. But 20 seconds left already. There's 3 down. Florida may have found something in the dying seconds. Probably managed to get one back here. Not a 4-stack coming in. They're not going to be able to do it again. At this time, the Vegas Legion are sprinting across this map. They want to be in the right position. Scared of a stack. Probably with a huge gunfight as the rest of the Legion put the squeeze on.
If you're Vikel, you need to get in a position to help your teammates out from up top, but Major Maniac's doing the job himself. There's one tick over towards B. Havoc will find another. Brack, though, how on earth have you done that? They've done it again.
All dump on, all hit it, and it's Florida. They just wait to the dying seconds and snap into action. And just the kills were not going down for the Legion. That's the second time it's happened to them. And well, it does mean the Legion are going to have to do this again. They have to get another win.
Je despair. I know they're not there anymore, but still. I mean, they do everything right for 90% of the round in both their defensive rounds. It's just one of those situations where you absolutely cannot let it happen. Now the Florida Mutineers have their defense, which they haven't managed to hold themselves. We haven't seen a single defensive win out of these first 3 rounds. Are we going to see one here when it matters for the Florida Mutineers?
Well, pressure is now on. Major Maniac, though, Teddy Park, but not able to get that shot down, and he has to run for his life. And that life has been lost. Legion can get this, they'll have a significant amount of time to try and enact their revenge and get another offense round. Havoc, slow, steady, looking for Temp, puts a bullet into him and backs off. Major Maniac eventually gets one more. There's only 2 Legion players holding this now, but it has been taken. A secured, 2 minutes 10 on the clock for them to try and get B.
It's not typically a solid defensive plan from either one of these teams, but it's very, very fun to watch. the absolute chaos that'll probably ensue with about 5 seconds left to go. We got, well, a minute and 40 or so before we hit that point. And the game will burst into life. Clayster will find 2 kills though, and having Temp in this situation is not a bad thing to have if you are the Legion. There's a kill towards the back, and now if you're Havoc, you need to stay alive in and around the point.
Prolix may just pause this for a second. He's doing so. He doesn't want to give up his life, but any time that clock is stopped gives them another opportunity. They have the life lead. Eventually will be taken down. They have slowed this down now, Legion. They know they have a little bit of time. TJ's going to call that out. He sees Vickle, but he's not able to get him. Vickle gets away. Eventually will be shut down. The silence popped here from TJ. And it is tense for both these two teams at the moment. Vegas are doing everything right.
Oh, Havoc, if he turns the corner at the right time, he's got a couple of very free kills. There's one, there's 2. We're jumping in the point for the third. My goodness me, Havoc. Put a cherry on that one. He's inside the green. The rest of the Mutineers are now shoving up. They need to lock this in, though. They can't get caught sprinting.
It all looked so good for the Legion. And enter Havoc. They need a regain. I thought they had that one in the bag, and they just lost so many players. Still have a life advantage, but the time will be the difference here.
Florida Mutineers playing this player who pushes up just a little bit more cutely now. They're losing the gunfights in around the point. This is a little bit of a stack here from the side of Legion. Now Bracker will find one, find 2. Another kill potentially coming on through. 40 seconds remaining. Legion's still with an advantage here and still with 2 ticks. They've got somebody pushed up in the spawn of the Florida Mutineers as well. Brack's just trying to find the kill, and he can do. But as Clayster, it's all the way back there. It's always going to be an issue. If you're Beakle, you got to find a corner. You got to hide.
It's a big way. It might be here. Oh! It was Havoc who got him. It was Havoc who got him. It would have been one of the most disgusting turns on we've seen on Modern Warfare 2, but it is going to be Legion have somehow found defeat from what could have been the jaws of victory. Last chance, last roll of the dice. Legion have to go here on the control. They've got 2 down. There are still players watching. 4.3 seconds left. Prolix jumps in, but he gets gunned by Havoc. The rest of the team are flying in as well. Legion are on. 1.8 seconds left to go.
Clears one out. If you clear stage,
oh,
you're holding time, getting the point. Somebody from Mutineers get in.
What is this control? It's a little bit messy. It's very sloppy, but it is incredibly entertaining. There are gaps in the game plan from both sides. And we go to a round 5. And I think it's based on kills, right? Now everybody's got 6 ticks.
I don't know anymore.
Oh, it's gone so well and so wrong so many times.
I mean, I'd argue at this stage, you know, the team with the supposed advantage would be given defense, but I mean, we haven't seen 1v1 yet. It's Legion with defense, so technically it's their game to lose, but honestly, I don't really know, Bryce. Just don't know what to say.
At the moment, you can see at this point, Legion have defense. Players flying in here, but Clayster is going to eventually find one. Could have been a bit of a whiff, but manages to hold it down strong. Prolu just giving some love taps to Major Maniac. I don't know how he didn't get that kill.
He seems to have fallen pretty early on every single round, and that will ring true here in round number 5 as well. Let's not coming here for the side of Vegas Legion, but honestly, I kind of said it at the beginning of the 4th round. We'll probably not see a great deal until the final 10 seconds, and then, you know, somebody will just decide they find 4 down, and all of a sudden the game will be lost. So hold on to your hats. We've got another minute and 55 seconds of this. And it's being chaotic to say the least. Brack Vehicle will find 2. A little bit of progress, not a lot of map control. To the side of Vegas Legion on the defensive side, Mutineers are all pushed up and trying to cause some damage here.
Florida are ready. They're primed. Just waiting. Whoever blinks first. That's exactly the gap they're waiting for. And Vickle and Havoc gets it, but 10 managed to get one back. Has to lock this one down just a little bit more. The kills are coming through. Brack staying alive so much. Temp eventually does get him. And Temp is the difference maker. 3 here he's found to shut down Florida. And that's the 4th. All 4 for Temp. He rebuffs the push from Florida.
Phenomenal stuff. Florida still with a slight kill lead. Keep an eye on Havoc, number 6 on the minimap. Finds one kill over towards Locker's side and will now start making a push to try and help freeze teammates from constraints that Vegas Legion have set up. This next kill will be big. TJ sitting in the corner next to the point. He's just ready to move into action. Temp's going to give him the go-to. TJ will get taken down though as Temp now goes for the chance to make that number 6. Streak available. It's going to help out the side of Vegas Legion. And he'll want a little bit more here as well, Bryce.
Temp is gunning. He's the person just holding off Florida. He's going to go down here. TJ looking for the player, has managed to get it, stays alive as well. Eventually going to go down. Temp's going to be calling in that cruise, surely. Here it comes. Do they have enough time? That is the second tick in. Florida are trying to do this once again. Every single player disappearing inside. It has bought them a shred of time, Ton.
It's bought them enough time, no. That's the point. You get back inside if you're the Florida Mutineers. It gives the time for Vegas Legion to get themselves in a better defensive spot. 30 seconds. I don't think the lives are going to come into it, but look at Temp. It's a long route, but he's going to have to get there. The rest of his team just need to stay alive here.
Here comes Temp, finds one. Huge play from him. Decides to go all the way around, looking for a second kill, not able to get it. Major Maniac, Vickle and Havoc all get kills. One player left, it's Clayster. He has to be the major player here for them and doesn't get the 2-piece. Prologue on it, he's managed to get that one as well. One player left on it, and Havoc's just going to lay down. He dives, and that will be who it is. They
did yesterday. I said it. It's a typically 90% of the gameplay coming out of the side of Legion is solid. It's just that other 10% of the time is costing them maybe a little bit too much.
Well, TJ opens up strong, wins that first blood here, and will be the battle of spawn for P2 as well. You can see the way the Vegas are stacking this already. They do not want to give it up.
Keeping hold of that spawn, as you said. Major Maniac. Oof. Free fire coming out through. Probably just trying to escape, but Temp and Co. Hedges is a good place to start looking down as we make the move over towards Cantina in a second. Major Maniac, though, wins the gunfight. Let's do the rest of the Florida Mutineers, and it's a push through alley. That's going to be rebutted pretty much immediately as Temp and Co. continue to lock down where they need to. It's a good extension of the lead, pretty much off the rip. 10 seconds left to go. You got control of P2. Brilliant start for the side of Legion.
Yeah, Temp's going to have to cut back here. He's going to have to look for the players he knows are coming. At the moment, they have the advantage. They have the positioning for it. They just need to make sure that nobody gets through and they get easily broken. They've done so much hard work to make this work for them, starting on the preferred side.
Good shots, and this is, if you're the side of Mutineers, the absolute worst spot you could possibly be pushing from. They're trying to find a kill through the mid-map. They have actually managed to get through, though. So Mutineers in a good spot to maybe try and do something here. If you're Major Maniac, just try and stay alive, try and wait for some support from the rest of your team. We'll find one, and that should maybe break open it yet. On the side of the Florida Mutineers, but right now, they are being peppered.
Huge job there from Major Maniac.
Rotation.
Keep an eye. Cool. Finds the first. Oh, to look for the second and almost gets caught throwing the tactical. Jumps down. There's some athletics coming forward. Vickle is just holding them off. The player he knows is coming as well, but Bragg has his back. Vickle's still staying alive here. This rotation has been immense from them so far, and he's going to get caught. TJ not able to do anything. Vickle shuts the door, metaphorically and actually.
Shuts the door, and Legion opens up the door for a potential comeback here for the Florida Mutineers, though. A really good rotation out of him. Putting in the work for his squad. So important you get that done. And it does come down to Mikado with certain hills. As we head over towards Tin, or as it's known in the game, I think, is it the Elephant Room? God knows. Here we are. Brack inside the point. Florida Mutineers trying to lock this one down. That's the only one in any sort of position, and I'm presuming probably won't continue that streak. 2 away from the missile. Make that 1. We see him on the way. Well, he doesn't want to continue this streak because he just jumps straight in.
Well, it's a good chance here for Mutineers. They managed to bring this game back to what can only be described as a very small gap. The rotation will be there. His back alley will be crucial, though.
TJ's going to go big here.
Oh, I think they're going to know he's here as well. Look, the nade comes down, but TJ says, all right, well, I'll just kill you instead then. And he'll be waiting for the second player to come through at the same time. Oh, my goodness. Calling it every single step of the way. Now the Legion are set up, and that is a little bit of a slow reaction from Clayster. A thought he had that one ready to go. Prelude now has to hold off a lot of what's coming through here. That's going to blow up as well. Tem is just pre-firing and he catches him. Holds them off, but he's alone. Now TJ's going to try and do something, but down he falls as well as the Mutineers break this at 33 seconds.
Chaotic at best is what I would call that. Straight through the front door, works out for the side of Mutineers. TJ does a fantastic job, and to be fair, the majority of the time does go over towards the Vegas Legion, if not just a 50-50 split, and they will get a rotation. Heading back over towards the courtyard, back over towards Tin. Prelude and Co ready and waiting. Being squeezed here, though, because of that push in from Brack. They start to get the close spawn. So Mutineers in a position to punish the Major Maniac off the top rope. And all of a sudden it opens up the door for the side of Mutineers to try and break this one.
Holding it down as well, though. He knows the player's going to be here. His teammate died. They're being squeezed from multiple sides. Unfortunately, they are equal to it. More players trying to jump in this one as well. There's Major Maniac! 5 streak, and he keeps doing it with great athleticism. Always flying through the air. Tem eventually gets him down as well, though. Havoc reinforcing. At the moment, it was going to be Mutineers who had it, but they've lost it again.
This is utter chaos. That whole hill was just utter chaos. 5 kills now for Tem in a row. Major Maniac and Vehicle, though, just combining back, and it just feels like nobody's got control of this game. Nobody knows which way it's going to go. Everyone's just like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, we could lock this down, or we can just fly at each other time and time again, and I'm down for that. That is absolutely fine with me.
Now, while they are behind at this point, Florida are in a very good position. This is not an easy break. It never has been. They've already opened the door one way. Brack is going to find that first kill into the back, though. Gets that Trove system down just in the nick of time. More players trying to reinforce. It's a hard force from them, and eventually Vegas do get the kills. Major Maniac tries to get another one, but Proloot shuts him down, and that's open. They don't even know that it's open. They're expecting one more player.
I don't understand that from the Mutineers. Vehicle goes to challenge that, but Vaznet, why are you challenging? You can just chill in that building. You've got an AR up top who can stop the push if he needs to. They're going to break it back because, well, I mean, at this stage in this game, why wouldn't they? Crazy, crazy scenes on both these two teams. But yeah, that seemed like a bit of a misstep by the side of Mutineers, but they'll get it back nonetheless. Heading over towards B7. Neither team really in control here. The spawn's probably just about benefiting the side of Mutineers. Get rid of these couple of kills. They're in a good spot. Major Maniac, nice and easy. It's a good rotation out of Florida.
Well, Florida now in the lead, and that could be extended even further. Huge spread out for them as well. Pleasure does win a very important gunfight. More players down the back end. They're waiting for that player as well. Brack almost finds the second, but the pinch comes through. TJ manages to slip the net. Takes that Major Maniac, and the squeeze comes through. TJ has just managed to break this by getting through back alley when they thought they had enough cover.
It looked like enough cover. And Brack and Co trying to find a route back in. Kills traded across the board. Cloisdale will just stay alive and kicking. And it almost feels like a couple of the players, you want the wise heads here, just sort of say, let's just take a deep breath and slow things down. It feels very fast, it feels very frantic, but both teams just matching the other's pace. And whoever revels in the chaos on that hill, Mo is getting away with the extra points. As we head into the second rotation, it's going to be Florida Mutineers with the preferred side heading over in towards P1, and will have that preferred side for P2 if they can hold on to it. But with what we've seen so far, Bracey, well, anything is possible. 3 kills in for Vegas Legion. There's the break that comes on through.
That's huge.
It could go back
so
and
huge.
Bracey, it could go back and forward 2 or 3 times at this rate.
I'm not going to lie to you, though. That could be very, very important. Vegas Legion there, home to the fight for P1, have managed to flip the spawns, but they have to hold it. They have to take advantage of the hard work they've just done. TJ, this is huge, and he is going to go down. Legion have lost it again. You're right, Ton. It was going to flip a couple more times. I don't know who's getting control at the moment, but both teams are fighting for it. Prolude's here again, as well as Havoc.
Oh, is Prolude going to get away? No, he isn't. And now Callista in bottom Cantina, but it's looking like Florida are going to be the ones that benefit from the spawn. They pick up the final 10 seconds or so if they can hold on to that hill. And it's only Callista here to try and do something. Finds his way up top. And he finds his kill on his right-hand side. That sucks for the side of Callista. But that last little bit of scrap time, going to go over towards the side of Vegas Legion. It's about a 20-point game, but P2 can spell danger for the Mutineers. Could lock a full 60 here.
Well, here we go.
they're getting a lot of info here because of how far Brack is pushed up. They should know where they're coming from.
It's slow, it's steady. Vegas are trying to just get through. They've managed to get some bodies in the area. They're now going to get into the house, and Temp makes a huge gunfight as well as TJ breaking in. Major Maniac now has to hold them off. He has top control, but nothing else, and down he goes as well. What a break by the Legion.
Wonderfully done. Both two teams, holes in the game, absolutely, but it is making for an entertaining one, to say the least. Vehicle now trying to break back with the rest of Florida. They're trying to push in. There's 20 seconds left to play for here. Could be a huge swing if Havoc can find the breakthrough. Brack is there for the trade. 15 seconds to go, and the rotation belongs to the Mutineers as well. If they can find these first couple of kills, this is massive from Florida. They slow down the time that's going on over towards P2. They find the P3 rotation, but they need to hold again.
Well, at the moment, and they did have a few more bodies in the area here at Vegas, but Florida are holding it down. Major Maniac is still alive. He knows where they're coming from as well. Absolutely gun-placed her out of that building. And now Vegas have a hard break again.
Mutineers can win it here. Legion can no longer. But it needs to be a perfect hold. Major Maniac, Brack combining well. Looking towards the push, and it's actually going to be a spawn out from the side of Mutineers, so they're going to get a pinch just by proxy. Vehicle now come around behind, needs the rest of your team to stay alive, but Vehicle to the rescue. They don't even need him. It's 2 easy kills, and Florida Mutineers are 20 away. TJ will find the break. He'll actually find the... They're going to find the break. I don't know. Clayster finds 3. What on earth is going on in this game?
Clayster's found something. Just a little bit, and now his team have to capitalize. They're already in back alley. They're in the barbers. The game's not over. Reinforcements flooding in. That back alley is stacked trophies and players.
Here they come. Brack's drop shot round the corner. The old classic. Temp just holding down the alley. The comms must be fast and frantic here. Florida Mutineers getting the time. They're in the point. If you're Legion, you have to break. Florida Mutineers at 15 away. Temp has got to do something. The rest of his team are here. Prolo just straight through the front door. Gives somebody else a haircut inside of Barbers. Brack is away back to the respawn queue. And Legion are in the point.
Prolo on 1 health. Desperately stacking this point. They're doing everything they can. Temp coming to reinforce. It's the last seconds of this one. Look at it. They're just waiting. Here comes the push. The big push from Florida coming in. Havoc gets the first one as well. Close to just throwing bullets down. TJ gets 2. They're back into the point. Temp is just spraying everything back alley, and that's a wipe. That is it. It's going to be done and dusted. The Legion have managed to hold on and fight back against Florida. We are going to a map number.
Get that.
Oh,
we're so close.
We're going to a map 5-ton. It was written in the stars.
3 to lock in those final few points. Can he be the guy that finds the winner here in map number 5?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Big push coming in from the Legion so far.
Push over towards B. Starting to come in now. Grenades going out. Havoc and Coach is going to have to hold on tight here. Very, very weak. Good play from the side of Legion. Now they have full control of Kitchen.
They're waiting. They're waiting for this one. They're just trying to figure out where exactly he needs to look and playing it patient. Probably hearing footsteps all around him. It's all balanced on a knife edge.
It's like nobody wants to move. All 2 teams with plenty of bodies. Bullets gone through the wall there. Don't think anybody actually gets tagged. And, well, Brack's definitely being tagged by that, though. So do Legion choose to move forward? Well, they don't. And Major Maniac comes around, slipped through the back door, and gets out like a thief in the night. Dead silence pop. Gunfights going on in mid-map. It's all of a sudden a 2v2, Bryce.
They have to push to get a Major Maniac knows, and oh my goodness, the timing. Where's Clayster go? And Clayster gets the timing as well. 1 versus 1. And Vehicle just runs away, knowing that's bombed down, knowing he just has to get out of it. And here comes the timing, and he gets the kill anyway. Unreal.
It felt difficult to kind of ascertain who was attacking and defending there. When we were sitting in and around the kitchen, it was a strange situation, to say the least. Both 2 teams just kind of stacked in and around it. Which way does it go? We don't know. In the end, it heads over towards the side of Mutineers. I mean, in that situation, Calista in a great spot. And just timings across the board, really, from both two teams. Don't go their way, but in the end, it is ultimately Mutineers who benefit. Vical 3-0, and has to be said, his first CDL showing. Seen some positive signs from him. Maybe not that challenge.
Oh well, two-piece to two-piece.
Step by into kitchen as well. That's now going to be a problem for the side of Legion.
Big fighter will come down. Temp's going to get it, surely, and does catch him before he can escape. Havoc, a 1 versus 2, and also the ace, if he can pull this off somehow.
We've seen an ace already from him in this series. Dead silence used up. Oh, he's going to be spotted as well. That's tough. Vaznev, this situation.
Ciao.
Yeah, you don't fancy his chances. I mean, they know where he is. It's one of those that you could wrap back around, but you're always in a tough spot in that scenario.
Well, comes flying out, and there are multiple players watching him. 1-1 now between Vegas Legion and Florida Mutineers. Who pulls ahead? Who stamps their authority on this game?
And honestly, it's kind of been, well, I mean, those kills that even came through there towards the mid, it was a mid-map fight that kind of came off even. And honestly, as soon as Havoc was behind them, I thought they had a good chance there, but Mutineers couldn't hold the advantage that they had. Big stack over towards A, though. Legion just scoping this one out. Placed it. Now bedroom control is pretty much paramount for both two sides when it comes down to attacking or defending over towards the A's site. Legion starting to stack. That grenade will deter Vical. You'll have to back up and Legion make their move.
Oh, Major Maniac just can't see it, but this player surely can't get out alive, and he does. The smoke from the grenade gives him just enough cover. Brack opens it up. Gets one down, and they're looking for this temp laying on the stairs, hoping to just catch somebody who comes out here and makes this push.
Havoc needs to get over there pretty quickly.
Finds one.
Around, yeah, that temp already finding another. 2 versus 3. This is still very doable for the side. Vegas Legion. Dead silence pop. Calista finds one. 2v2.
Temp keeps repositioning. Calista finds a second as well. And Vical last alive finds Calista. Can he find Temp? No. And Calista is hyped. Some passion flowing at the Legion.
He does so well towards the back. Temp there for the trade. Takes a little bit of damage, but not to worry.
Well, advantage to the Legion. It feels so close. Let's find out now if Mutineers can answer back.
Snipers out. Starting to open the doors. Dare you to peek in. Oh, Calista! Picture perfect. Absolutely picture perfect from Calista. Opens things up. Defensive round advantage now for the side of Vegas Legion.
Who can he see? They're playing around the snipe pick again. They're going to wait for Clay. Maybe declare it. No, Clay's backed off. Proluk will be the player who might have an opportunity to seize this. At the moment, that bomb is going down. Vical is planning, and he should be able to get away from this cleanly. Oh, he almost jumped straight into a gunfight then. He's going to use the smoke of the grenade, but it's not going to be enough.
Doesn't get over. Clears the top bedroom with the sniper. In this sort of situation, he needs to find a pick, because unless he does, he's completely useless. But Proluk will find the kill, and all of a sudden, Havoc left in a 1 versus 3.
Well, if anyone can do it, Havoc can. Finds the first, looks for the second. They've got to chow him. They've got to go for it and tries the gun, but it is perfect teamwork. They chow at the same time, and they get away with it.
We're definitely gonna have to run that close to snipe back. Perfectly played. Vegas Legion, another round their way.
There it is again. Oh, the pixels. The tiny margins from that player just taking the top of their head clean off.
Clay's feeling it here, and map number 5. As said, the experience belongs to the side of Vegas Legion, and it's the experience carrying them through 5 and 2, respectively, from both Temp and Calista. Make it over towards B, though, potentially this time for the side of Vegas Legion. Havoc, hold tight, son. Does he hear them? Yes, he does.
Oh, he knows something's coming through. All the next coming through as well. Havoc's going to be close and absolutely destroyed before he can get anything going. Fast plant now coming in from Vegas. Major Maniac going to push straight to this one as well. Looking for it. He finds Clayster in the back. Down he goes. Nobody has covered that for him. Major Maniac going for the second plant, but I don't think he's going to see him down as well. And now Vehicle left in a 1 versus 2. It's all going to Vegas at the moment.
Oh, Temp's going to charge. Temp's going to be very, very weak. Doesn't know which way to go here if you're Vehicle. The wide angle. P comes on through. Vegas Legion. Another round here in map number 5. And honestly, I feel like that really does come down to Temp. The late rotation from him. He sends himself over towards B. Just a little bit of recon work, if you like. As the rest of the team head first into kitchen to plant that bomb. He rotates late, catches players off guard on the way around. Fantastic stuff from the side of Legion. Much better from them in this Search and Destroy map in particular. They were poor on map number 2, where this has been quite clinical from the side of Legion so far.
Let's see. Mutineers fight their way back into this. They've had so much greatness in this series so far. And they do it again. Another big push coming down here. Looking for it closer behind that door. Everybody just ready for things to kick off. Bomb will go down. Clay may try and make this happen. If he does get it as well. Stays alive, but he is trapped in a corner. They're going out.
Look at Havoc. Look where Havoc is. He's right in. Oh, I mean, he was right in the nest, if you like. But TJ will find the kill. It's now a 2 versus 4 hold for Mutineers, and this has got to be impossible. Temple will be the first one to go. Next kill is massive.
Well, but Major Maniac takes down 2. He's weak.
He's
still alive though. Still alive on 1 health point. He's still alive. Clayster has to go for a 1 versus 2. Finds the first, but has no time, and Brack just has to wait him out. And he will get the kill, but it doesn't really matter. That bomb will go off, and Mutineers will get a point onto it. Major Maniac holding it down for the Mutineers.
Second kill is absurd from Major Maniac. Crazy round. The aggression comes through, and Clayster has been an absolute host over towards this site every single time. Whether it be attack, defend, he's getting the job done. But in that scenario where Major Maniac just comes up with plays like that, there's not much that you can counter it with. So Mutineers, a slither of hope.
Oh, there's a stun check. Another stun check. Just to find him as well, and Clayster will get that first blood. However, I think they're going to try and bait this one out. Are they going to rotate the Clay, or are they going to use Clay as bait to try and go the other way? It looks like they're rotating the Clay.
So Major Maniac is obviously going to be very important here. Brack is not going to see a great deal, if anything. But that noise will now start coming through if you're Major Maniac. I'm just trying to survive as best as I can. Finds one. If he can find a second, it would be brilliant. He will not. Brack towards the back. Needs some help. Does have some utility. That door is shut. Oh, it wasn't. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the door. Nonetheless, now it is
Keep
shut.
closing the door on him. Bomb down, 3 versus 2. They are laying down and taking every single corner here. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's so difficult. Brack is trying to find something as he sprays through the wall. A couple of hit markers, but nothing else. Beagle going to try and help him out here, but at some point they just have to go.
Everybody in there tight. This gunfight could still work out for Mutineers. A couple of players weak, and you might just think of sending it. Temp moves forward, tries to find the kill. It's a misstep to say at the least. 12 seconds left to go. Probably.
Gonna go for it, just has to get the kill on it as well, and he doesn't. He gets gunned down, and that is defused. Mutineers with a 2 versus 3 clutch. They get all 3 players. And Legion thought that was in. It was locked. That is going to be a rewatch at some point. They just had to hold off 2 players, but they don't win a gunfight. They don't get a single kill.
2 huge clutches from the side of Mutineers to get them back within touching distance here on map number 5.
Tim ran out with a knife. I just rewatched it.
I know. Yeah, was it with the knife?
Yeah.
I mean, if he pulls it off, yeah, we give him his plaudits. But it doesn't, and all of a sudden you brought a knife to a gunfight, you're dead, and you've just lost the round.
Here we go again. Vehicle trying to stretch this one. Has managed to get it.
He's going to get out as well, you know. Yep. Or at least survive. Grenade for the cover. Gets it. Eagle is across in a dangerous, dangerous spot. Prolu can't challenge this. Look at number 1.
Waiting for the flank.
Look at Temp. Big gunfight about to go down.
He's not going to get it. He's going to go down. And now Prolu is trying to do something from a very difficult position. Major Maniac gets another kill at this point. He's popped the Teddy for it as well. And the Teddy will catch him in the animation. It's 4-4. The Legion is breaking under the pressure. Florida Mutineers have fought their way back into it.
Things will start to get very, very tense. We said that this game is important for both of these 2 teams. Things do not get any easier than this. And that's not any disrespect to either one of these 2 teams. It's just their schedules are hard. There are no easy games in the CDL, and this is proving it.
Let's see.
I mean, here's a wolf packing.
They are. Vigo's the only player who could slow this down, and he has to. Keep an eye on Temp, though. It looks like he may be the stopgap. He has the TAC 56 out. I don't think he knows that so many players are coming at him as well. He's going to be flanked. He is going to go down. That bomb has been taken out as well, and Florida are now just clearing house. Prolu left alive in a 1 versus 4. Nowhere to go. No hope. And Florida take the lead. 5-4 in this S&D.
Wonderfully orchestrated by the side of Florida Mutineers. Vehicle just does enough to put them off, to keep them away. And Tim's not going to read into that because he's peeking over. Bullets are flying his way, but that 211 days may extend. As Florida Mutineers now in the ascendancy. They were 4-1 down. They are 5-4 up.
The Vegas Legion have it in them to regain. That bomb's gone down already.
It's a mid stack.
Proloads. Gonna get away with it though. Backs off very, very quickly, and that bomb's going down with confidence. Florida will have the advantage.
Get back on up. I feel like this one's on Prolud to try and find a kill on the flank. Clears there. A grenade over towards Vehicle. He goes down. Prolud, massive kill coming in. It's a 4 versus 2. It's a 4 versus 1. And round 11 beckons.
Of course, after everything we've seen this series, it has to come down to this. We will be going map 5, round 11. A fight to the very bitter end. Legion found something. And now let's see. One last opportunity for both teams.
Well, me, you, and the tens of thousands, if not nearly 100,000 in the Twitch chat right now are here to enjoy the very first map 5, round 11 of the Modern Warfare 2 season. Let's see how it goes down between the Vegas Legion and the Florida Mutineers. What a game this has been in such an important series for both these two teams. How does it go down? It's going to be Mutineers on the attack. Temp all alone. Needs to find a kill here, or even just get out. Oh, he stunned himself. It's a disaster. He's already dead, and Vehicle and Colt are in the kitchen, and they are cooking. Vehicle's found another.
Vehicle is here. Catches him. Oh, have a taste one, and it's just close to left, and down he goes. It doesn't end with a bang. It ends with a whimper for the Legion. Nothing went right. Everything went wrong. And the Florida Mutineers get it done.